Hi guys, and welcome back. From the previous episode, someone had told me on the Facebook account that being called a thrall is actually indicating that someone is a bloodbound and can still actually be a vampire. So it's not really specific only to ghouls, which I thought initially. But so anyway, I guess that's not something I'll be planning on doing in the next release. So she will stay a vampire, but it would be nice to have some ghouls, perhaps, and possibly the ability to make ghouls. That would be interesting. Someone also said it would be cool to add a feature that allows you to sire a child of your own and have them follow you as part of the party. That can also add a few extra side quests, perhaps, possibly some loyalty missions. So anyway, there's definitely been a gap. I've been absent quite a while. Been playing some other games and essentially given my videos time to apparently sink in and get some views. I had a lot of inconsistent speed here when I was just launching videos after video after video, and it seemed like there's a number of videos that just weren't getting any views. And it seems like the longer I let a video sit, the more views it tends to get. And then if I keep launching one video after another, I tend to have a lot of videos that seem to have maybe a handful, a few dozen views, and then they seem to be ignored, and nobody seems to watch those after a while. I don't actually know how that works. I have my playlist up on the mod page, and I'm thinking a lot of people are just clicking the first thing up there and not really looking at the other videos, and I would advise that you look at the whole series if you have the time. Make the time and check out each of the episodes, because each episode has something rather important in it. If you really want to keep track of what's going on with the Age of Redemption mod and where its bugs lie and how they're going to be fixed and what new features are going to be added, I would highly recommend that you watch the whole series. And if you've just been watching the first thing you see up on the playlist, I'd recommend you watch the rest of the videos, because there's a lot there and there's a lot of information, and I'm hoping that the viewers will take some extra time and look and see what all is possible with this old game, because there's a lot possible. There's quite a bit. One other thing that I was thinking about doing is to do a significant amount of modifications to the firearms. I think there's an idea I'm flowing around in my head that would make it to where the ammunition and the way ammunition works for a firearm is more flexible and balanced, and it doesn't use the auto load feature that the original game uses. There's a way to make ammo work differently. There's a lot you can do with Java and the Java API, and I'm thinking I can do a number of new features, like for example make it to where you can have a pistol and you can have different kinds of rounds for that pistol. Like you can have armor piercing rounds, you can have hollow point rounds, you can have the phosphorus rounds, the dragon's breath rounds, and just change rounds around for one single weapon, rather than having to use a different kind of pistol. Like you have to use the dragon's breath pistol to use the dragon's breath rounds. I'm thinking I can fix that to where you can have different kinds of ammunition for different kinds of weapons, and it could be as simple as just having the weapon up and then just using ammunition as an item, and just kind of right click on it and use it like you would use like Vitae. And if the weapon runs out of ammo, it doesn't automatically reload. Instead, you have to literally go into your inventory and use the ammunition, or have it on your quick slot like you would Vitae, and just like press F1 or something, and then it'll reload the weapon. I know reload animations are limited in the game, so I probably wouldn't add any animations to it, but it would have a lot of new features in firearms, and it can work with arrows, bows, and arrows and crossbows as well in Dark Age. That would be pretty cool too.
Return to me. Tend me. Return to me. To the abyss with thee. Return to me. Return to me. Return to me. Return to me. Attend me. Attend me. Attend me. Attend me. Attend me. Return to me. Attend me. Return to me. Return to me. To the abyss. The abyss with me. Tend me. Return to me. Tend me. Return to me.
Tonight we build a great silver statue in his honor, and into it we shall place the power of the most ancient blood. By this ritual shall we rule.
So, it is you.
We haven't forgotten your deeds in Vienna, Orsi.
Bless my soul! The Bruja! Could it be? A Katarina's brood? How extraordinary! Wilhelm, and what was your name again, lad?
Mark my name well, Orsi, for the devil will wish to know who delivered thee unto his cheerless realm. Tell the devil thou wert dispatched from earth by Christoph Romuald. Christoph Romuald, whose soul he shall never possess as long as there is hope beyond all hope in this world.
Well, I remember you now, Crusader. You eliminated some competition for me in the old days. That tedious La Sombra judgment. Oh, I remember as if it was yesterday. You escaped my dungeon, you naughty boys.
We apologize for not killing you then. We'll make up for it today.
With a gallon of blood for every drop you've spilled from Alexandra.
Ooh, your hate is so delicious. My children, I'll make up for it in a far more valuable treasure than my humble blood. This is a new era, full of opportunities we could only begin to imagine in the Dark Ages. Then, I thought power came from the church. That's why I had you kill Luther Black. Then times changed, and power grew from the temporal government. But do you know where power really comes from? Huh?
You bore me, businessman. Everyone knows that corporations rule today.
Wrong! All mortal power is fleeting. A new age is about to begin. An age where we kindred are restored to rulership of the world. An age undreamed of. And it begins now. Tonight, at the eve of a new millennium.
The new millennium doesn't begin for another year. 2001?
Oh, hush. We know what we're doing. Just think, Crystal. An eternity of perfect power, with no antediluvians to keep us in check.
So, thou art in league with the Fiend. Where is Vukotlak?
Oh, you are so judgmental. Vukodlak acts on our behalf. If he does not, your antediluvian grandsire will rise up and drag you into the grave. But Vukodlak can pull them up first and feed upon them.
And who will stop him then?
Stop him! He'll share power with you. He'll restore our rightful heritage as the true gods of the earth. I can get you a place at the table with him. Your old friend has joined him willingly, and you can too. What was her name? The little nun?
Heska.
That was it.
No.
I definitely need to consider polishing up that Orsi boss fight. I think the players are way too close to him. I also think that the cutscene probably needs a little more tweaking to work right. I believe towards the end of that fight, one of the biggest issues is I gave Orsi protein, and towards the end of the fight, he used Earth Meld, which is kind of an odd thing, but I gave these abilities to them as kind of a way to liven up the fight a little bit, but it ended up being more awkward in the end, and I see it's actually rather awkward giving Orsi protein when really I think a lot of these vampires shouldn't be having all these abilities that are outside of their clan, and acting rather odd and out of character for them. But I think it all goes back to positioning the bosses a lot more, I don't know, at a distance from the players, rather than have them so close, so tightly knitted, to where by the time the boss fight starts, it's like the players are already upon them, and essentially the AI just doesn't have a whole lot it can do. It doesn't have any space which to act or think. And a lot of boss fights are like this. I mean, the only boss fight that's not like it is when you're fighting the Underprince in the NYC sewers. And what other boss fights have an open arena? I mean, a lot of boss fights should have an open arena. I think when you're talking about gameplay and a gameplay construct that has a lot of combat in it, every boss fight has some sort of open arena of some kind, some sort of design reflective of that boss's strength. I mean, you're fighting a boss. You're fighting a boss in their domain, essentially, and the environment should reflect their strength and should. They shouldn't be in such a close-knit, so vulnerable position that essentially they're no contest. I mean, even in the vanilla game, Orsi was really no contest against the players. And I think AOR should make boss fights very dangerous overall.
Return to me. Where is Vukodlok?
That we cannot tell you.
We shall find the fiend without your help. Thou hast earned my pity, as thy sire has earned my wrath.
Wait, Crusader. The fiend is below the blackened church to the north. There you'll find him, below, in his cathedral of flesh. Little good this will do you now, as he arises in but a few moments.